When id Software and Bethesda announced a horde mode for Doom Eternal, I was really excited. Endless modes or wave-based modes in general have always been something I enjoyed. From Call of Duty Zombies, Firefight from Halo, Horde mode from Gears of War, the Cyber Grind in Ultra Kill, oftentimes I would use it as an opportunity to practice aiming or weapon tech, and the lack of worry regarding progress naturally made me a better player over time. When Doom Eternal's Horde mode was released, I was disappointed. It was not what I asked for, and while it's well made, it was more than anything an arcade mode in disguise. Doom 2016's Snap Map function had maps that brought out exactly what I wanted, but the limited nature of Snap Map in general made it miss the mark. id Software could have easily made a separate mode for us and give us the best of both worlds, but instead, modders had to come in and do it for them, which is what we have here. Infinite Arena mode, created by Zandyball. It completely replaces the official Horde mode in favor of its own, giving us a wave-based mode, fighting randomized enemies with a fully upgraded Slayer and a Sentinel Hammer to boot. All you have to do to play the mode is go into the Horde tab and start a new game. It'll then take you to the hub. Don't worry, it's not loading the cultist base level technically speaking. From there you have a bunch of gore nests with maps with text above it, indicating that it's a map to play on. For those familiar with Ultra Kill, the Cyber Grind mode provides that endless loop of randomized combat where you can go wild with your arsenal and keep playing until you've had enough. This mod basically offers the same service. The enemy placements are random. Some instances will be a cakewalk, while others will be ludicrously hard. And for modes like this, it's a good thing. It's not unlike the experience of some roguelikes like Enter the Gungeon or The Binding of Isaac, where each playthrough feels different each time due to the randomization. In any case, you can take all the time you need here. The Infinite Arena mode does take elements from the official Horde mode, however, you still rack up points, you have bounties, and occasionally you'll have buff totems randomly placed, as well as fog. All the enemies, including the ones from both DLCs, make an appearance here, so if you're really unlucky, you'll be facing spirits on top of marauders, tyrants, buff totems, and carcasses deploying shields 24/7. Map selection here is quite nice. Instead of reusing the maps from the campaigns, it takes all the battle mode maps and repurposes them for the Horde mode. All of them seem to work fine except the Stronghold where it appears to crash. However, there is a fix for that. I'll provide a link in the description for the mod that contains all the information that you need. Anyway, just an FYI, the mod does advance your progress due to it giving you points and unlocks, so it may possibly affect your leaderboard, but if you don't care about it too much then there's no need to worry. Rip and tear to your heart's content. There are 2 waves, including a bonus wave as well. You treat it the same as before. Kill all the enemies and complete the wave. When you complete all waves, 2 portals and a circle appear, indicating different options. You can continue in the same map fighting more waves, return to the hub, which is where you select your maps from, or go to the portal that takes you to a random map. Like I said, you have all the upgrades on your weapons and a fully maxed out Slayer, which means you can focus entirely on the combat alone, which is the whole point of this mod, to provide an endless mode experience that the official Horde mode failed to provide, something that even the remaster of Quake 1 managed to do. You also have the Sentinel Hammer from the DLC, and it's entirely optional here. There's not really much more to it. The Infinite Arena mode does exactly what it sets out to do, although there are some things I would like to point out though. The mod could benefit from having presets that relate to the difficulty of the mod, going from casual all the way up to Kaiser campaign levels of hard. The inclusion of modded enemies that could be injected into the mod would be great as well. The channel called Delta showcases some of these enemies and they look pretty awesome. It would really spice up the Horde mode mod by having them on board. Also, maybe I'm blind here, but I don't see the Crucible at all. Having that weapon included would be good, but maybe a future update will implement that. So all in all, it's a great mod. Really fun and enjoyable. Honestly, more than the official one since it was what I expected in the first place. It's not perfect, but it's a starting point for future improvements, or at least another mod that takes all these suggestions into account. I'm glad that there is still a modding scene for Doom Eternal. It keeps the game itself fresh with content, and it also provides interesting spins on maps, enemies, Slayer, and weapon skins. It'll keep the Eternal train going at least until we get our first glance at a new Doom title in the future. Either way, enjoy this mod. It's great. Thank you for watching.
Weakling!